Hello.
Damn, my fault. I'm sitting here talking and ain't nobody hear nothing. Y'all hear that? I don't think they did. I'm sitting here talking and hell, we got LC back up in this house. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? How y'all living and how you feeling? Oh man, how's it going? LC, talk to me. LC, talk to
Mm.
me.
Can we first start by Lady L?
Uh, I think you'll probably be no change that by next week, won't you?
No,
It'll,
it'll be the
it'll be
same.
it'll be the same. Okay.
Hmm.
Lady L. All right, we're gonna go with Lady L this week. If you change it next week, I think I'm about done with you, Lady L. I ain't lying. What you got going on?
No, nothing. Just trying to relax after a long day of work.
Okay. That's all right. Checking my sound check, dude. Check my child check. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong thing on this side. What was I finna say? What's the word on your end? Anything good out there that you want to discuss? Anything decent
Mm,
that you want to discuss?
not right now. Nothing comes to mind right off. I guess nothing bad is good. Take a look at it
Mm.
like that. No bad news is good news, as they would
We're
say.
gonna, me and you gonna jump on a old subject that we had talked about once before. Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Is it loud or low? What?
No, it's loud. I mean, I think it's at the proper
Okay,
volume.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But anyway, what was I saying? What was I
Just
saying?
discussing
Oh
the
yeah,
topic.
yeah. I was discussing something that it's an old topic that we talked about twice already, but it's kind of a new topic too, kind of new subject or whatever. Isn't it? I want to talk about Jackson State. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about. That's one thing I want to talk about Jackson State. And do you still feel the same way that you did once before when we discussed that, or do you recall what
I
you
really don't
said? What was
recall
it?
to be
I know we
vaguely.
were
I
talking
mean,
about
that
Jackson
was that.
State and Deion Sanders and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that was at the height. I think of when he had just shortly after he had left and went and transferred, and so I remember some of it, a little bit of it.
I know you was kind of disgusted with Deion for leaving. I don't know if it was the way he left or why he left or whatever the case may be. I can't really recall what
I
was.
think at the time it was more maybe the way at the time. I mean, the way he left. I mean, because if elevation comes, I understand that. Um, but I was looking at it in the lens of, and still do. You know, he's a talented man, and you know, I can take it from him. He has talent, and he's able to convey that talent and get it on the field, get people motivated, and get them to get to execute. And so, as I said before, he was good for Jackson, Mississippi. He was good for those black young men, the black community. He was good here, period, for that reason. He brought a different light, and also Jackson was good for him. And I feel like the spotlight and how it was a win-win both ways. You know, everybody benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was good outcomes both ways. The resources he brought here, the attention he brought here, did it coming back and giving $1 million. That was a result of Dion's connections, you know. But I also saw what he was coming and doing at a program that needed. They needed somebody like Dion to come in. Um, and I hate that it had to be a big name to get some these celebrities or people to want to get money back, but it is what it is. It was what it was. But it happened. And I just wish, I think overall, I think people wanted the longevity, maybe a few more years of that. I think the community was enjoying it. People were I just think they were coming up, showing up support. It was I don't know, it was just it felt like it was a whole movement. That's what it kind of felt like.
Well,
Um,
question I want to ask because you said something there that I'm gonna respectfully disagree with. You said Jackson State benefited from him being here. He benefit from him being here from Jackson State. And how was that? What did he benefit from? Tell me, how did he
no,
benefit from them?
from Jack. Well, number one, from my understanding, based off what I've read in Blase, in the past, he was trying to go to other schools before he came to Jackson State. He was trying to be a coach, and whatever reason, I don't know what happened. He didn't, but he came here. So they opened the doors to him, and I'm gonna be honest, historical Black Panthers, for whatever reason, it sucks, but they don't be having a lot of money. It is what it is. But he came, and so when he came, for them not being in the best position, unfortunately, gave him a platform or a playing field to show his talent off and to show what he had to offer. He was able to put Jackson out there in another way, a spotlight on Jackson State in another way. Jackson State opened the door, and they pull whatever resources they have to be enough to entertain him for at least the few years he was here. So, and then the community, I mean, they gave him that platform.
How did he benefit from it, though? Because eventually he was going to get him somewhere to
eventually,
whether it was going to be another
eventually,
Black college,
but it didn't.
Whatever the case may
be. But Jackson was it. Jackson was it. Jackson was it. The love the people showed. It was the people. Jackson, Mississippi loved Deion Sanders and his family. They did. They supported him. They got online. They talked about him. They was putting viral. He was the man. I hate to say that they almost idolized him in a certain way.
Well, I'm quite sure they did idolize him.
And so that's yes, he benefited from that.
Than him, I don't know how, because I'm gonna put it
because
like this.
Because social media and everything else is powerful.
You said two things to me are not factual. One is when you said that historical colleges, Black colleges, didn't have the money to pay him or whatever. They had the money because a lot of that, they were taking a lot of that money, putting it. I know a lot of money that he was bringing in, they were taking a lot of that money, putting it into their band. So see that right there, that's not good.
So the only way you know that about money wise, number one, is if you're able to see the records. What I went to a historically Black college, and what I do know is the school what I know is the money we had coming in, very limited donations. But one of the bigger donators was Dennis Sweet. He's wealthy, millionaire. Him and Barbara Blackman, when they put a lot of money in alumni, a lot of money comes from alumni. So Blacks putting back into their school. Historically Black college, a lot of Blacks don't put back into the school. Those are facts. I'm alumni. I know that. I don't have a whole lot to put back and get what I can, but I'm not a millionaire. Like I said, I'm speaking from my school, so I know the two big people I know who did put money into our school.
Well, to try to make some. Who benefited more? We'll put it like that. Since you want to gaslight my question, who benefited more? Jackson State or Deion? For the 2 years or whatever, who benefited more?
The bigger question is, why does it matter?
It does matter. It matters a whole lot, because if you was doing good business, he would be still here. Right?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Because he's not gonna. Yes. Deion's not gonna stay in Colorado. That $5 million, somebody come offer $10 million, he's gone. It doesn't matter. He's gonna go. It doesn't go. That momentum. Colorado, they lost the game. Oh, of course, they're gonna find any reason this black man, y'all have hyped him up. He ain't this and that. That hype, all of that he wanted to take, and he want them to come there and the band to play. All that shit came from Jackson, Calvin. All that came from here. All that love, everything was centered around Deion. He was the man to them, and he wanted to remain that same momentum, that same feeling, that same love. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I want you to understand. What I'm saying is there was love here. It was genuine love, genuine support. It ain't so genuine in Colorado. To them ain't your people. He did what he had to do personally, however he is, business reason that is. And when the same, another opportunity is going to come to Deion, and he's going to leave again.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. But he's
another opportunity to come. This we know, but the question I'm asking, what you keep on kind of gaslighting me off, who benefited more? Because I want you to think about it. Who benefited from that financially? You know, Jackson State still got TV time. They won't get no TV time.
Deion, you just asked me a question, so I say Deion. Okay.
Deion benefited more?
You asked the question, I gave you an answer.
No.
Okay, so
You know what?
so
This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I wanted to talk about. That's one thing I wanted to talk about.
let's
But
go to the next one.
hopefully we will get some people on here and kind of be like, I don't know about that one right there. But
That's okay.
anyway, but the
Hmm.
thing I would have to say on this is I, my personal opinion,
Okay.
and I hate to say this about anyone, Jackson State dumb.
Okay.
They on a whole level of dumb too and stupid. Then they behind, they running behind, acting like some white man's puppet and everything like that. Did you see the crap that they did last game?
I did not.
Hold on to your hat. I want you to give me your honest opinion about that. I want you to give me,
Before or after gaslighting?
what you mean.
My opinion. You want it before or after gaslighting?
I just want your
Oh,
honest
okay.
opinion
Okay.
about what I'm
Okay.
finna show you.
Okay.
I
Go
want
ahead.
your honest opinion about what I'm finna show you.
Okay. If you stop monologuing, we can go ahead and maybe you can play the clip.
You got it off, okay? You got you one off, okay? Oh, don't it? Give me a hot second. I mean,
Give me a minute. I'm gonna find the effect. So you say I got off. I'm gonna have to find
hold
something
on,
to show that.
hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. We
Oh,
got
good. I can leave the room now.
no, because I want
Yes,
your
I can.
no, ma'am. I want your opinion on this because I asked your opinion. What's going on, Sid?
Hello, Cedric. Please play the video so I can go on about my business.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Can we talk to Sid for a minute before we show the video?
Hey, first, let me be a gentleman. Hey, how you doing, Lady L?
Thank you. I appreciate you for addressing me by the name that I have on the screen. I appreciate that. How are you doing today, sir?
I'll tell you, boy, that damn
That's
LC
good.
is so just. I don't know what to say about LC, man. LC is just something wrong with her. But anyway, what we finished do said I'm gonna catch you up to par. We were just talking about Jackson State, and Lady L said, we were talking about, we had that discussion a while back when Coach Prime had left, and I asked her, did she still feel the same about what she had said? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Lady L, you still kind of feel the same about what you said, right?
Not really. That's why I was explaining to you. I mean, like I said, it's probably just a bitterness because I felt like it was both parties were benefiting, and it really was a beautiful dance that was going on between the two. So, like I said, I just think it's just the way he left, and it just at that point, it just I think people were so hyped, and then it was just kind of like a bitterness. But understand, he had to go do what was best for him, his family, and his career, and that's respectfully, and that's it. That's all.
And I asked Lady L on top of that, she said both of them were benefiting from that. And I asked her, how did it benefit Dion? So she gave me her answer, how it's supposed to have been benefiting. And we kind of had a little back and forth with it. But I said,
and you said that I was gaslighting.
That's what I said, yeah. And I said, who benefited the most from it? So she said Dion benefited the most from him being in Jackson State. I respectfully disagree, but hey, that's Miss Lady L's opinion on that, and I love her perspective how she put it there. What do you think, brother?
Who I think benefited the most?
Yeah,
Jackson State and the city of Jackson.
Can
I can go. I mean, you just look at it. He already. I don't know what the numbers is from Jackson. I know he benefited from the most from everything he drew down here. Then the endorsements he gave that they had got because of him. But they said already he generated $90 million in Colorado. And that was just 3 games in. So I know Jackson benefited.
You say 90 million?
They did 90 million so far.
Oh.
To the point, they got to the point now they think, well, what's been recommended, the school buy out Colorado, buy out his contract and redo
it. Now, I also said, I made this statement telling Lady L that Jackson State, I hate to call people this.
So don't.
I got to. They dumb. I hate to call people dumb and stupid and stuff like that. Hold on, let me get this off.
Yeah, I realize you have to. Hurry up. Can you be a 5-second man? One, 2 pumps.
And what the? And what was I saying? And damn, she don't threw me off. I hate to call people stupid.
Yeah, I know, because you never been 5 seconds before. But go ahead.
I know it's
Jackson State is stupid as hell. Because I'm finna show y'all something. I'm finna show y'all something. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm finna show you something. Jackson State is stupid, and they have brought their stupidity on a whole new level with this bullshit that they decided they want to do. I don't know why they did it. Well, they politics, whatever. But
Mr.
anyway,
Moore, can you get to the meat and potatoes? At this point, you have been gaslighting and you have repeated yourself.
Meat and potatoes. Shut up.
I can't hear it.
And she's going to play and she's going to kick off and maybe even do some field goals tonight for the Jackson State Tigers. Of course, she was on the Jackson State women's soccer team. And because of injuries this week during practice, she's going to get her shot tonight to be a kicker. And what an impressive young lady it's been, and a chance for her. And I'm sure she's pretty nervous at this point. But they have her out there, and SWAC football is underway. And the first kick is short, and it's going to be fielded by the...
All right. Okay. Let's unpack that. We're going to unpack that. Let's unpack that. First, I'm going to go with you, Lady L, Cedric, and then I'm going to clean up. Tell me your opinion on that, Lady L.
I'm not.
You do see what I just saw, right?
I'm trying to understand. Was there like a special or something they did? I'm not understanding what happened.
She's a Jackson State field goal kicker.
How?
What you mean? How?
I don't understand. Why would?
Yeah, you understand. You understand. This is exactly what you do.
I don't think it's anything to unfold, unpack, unravel, untwist, thaw out. I don't think we have to do any of that. I'm not sure why they chose a woman to come on there and do that. Not only a woman, but other. I'm not understanding what their goal or agenda is, but I don't agree with that myself. So I have already unpacked that. We can move on to the next subject if you would, Mr. Moore.
No, ma'am. We don't do it like that. We ain't gonna do it like that.
Damn, I was in hopes.
I know you was. Go ahead, go ahead, Sid. Tell me your take on that, brother, man.
Well, the agenda is always, they want to put that equality into it now. And my thing is, I don't think that no woman should play no full contact sports such as women can play football against other women. I don't think that a woman should play in a league with a man because of the physicality. We just talking about, just
exactly. Say that many times a motherfucker want to be tackled, but shit, I don't want to be on the field.
And then on top of that, she didn't even kick the football that far. I mean, they could have got anybody on the team to do that. Now, she had booted it all the way back into the end zone. Then, hey, more power to Jackson State. Then she ain't gonna get touched at all. But the way she kicked it and where she kicked it, I believe it. I believe I can do that.
You want to go outside and try and put the video out so we can see it? Oh
no, I will not, because I know my lane.
I put it like this. I know I could have did it, and I could have did it with my leg. But go ahead, say it.
No, we should do some little fun on spot stuff like that. But go ahead. Yeah, I know I ain't trying to be on the field with no damn men running. I agree with you said. I don't feel like a woman should be in there. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe I got to go Google and read about that. That's weird.
It's just like men. Let's just say I'm 53. I wouldn't play football. You can join college at any age. I wouldn't go out there with nobody 23. I'm gonna stay with somebody up in my age level, somebody I think I'm more competitive with. But for a woman to get out there, and I'm pretty sure they told her don't tackle nobody. But see, that's that disadvantage, and that thing happened with us at work. Of course, you say, well, we all work together, we should make the same. But there were jobs that physically that women just could not do in that plant. They just could not do it. Just because their breasts and because they just wasn't physically strong enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones who was physically strong enough to do it, it broke them down so quick to where they
over time they
to,
just could not continuously do that.
Yeah. Because you got a bunch of guys that get broke down out there pretty easy. But my opinion on that, if I may, that's stupid. That's real stupid. Now, I'm gonna unpack some things for y'all. First of all,
man, let me write down this date. I didn't never know that you and Lady L gonna ever agree on anything. Let me put this,
I know, right?
Let me mark this down.
I better mark some of this shit down too. But anyway,
Oh, wait a minute. Say it thirsty than a motherfucker. What is that? A cooler? God damn.
But anyway, first of all, you let millions of dollars go with Deion Sanders. Excuse me, Coach Primetime. I don't want to keep on calling them Deion and like
Coach Prime.
And not just Coach Prime. You let Coach Prime go, millions of dollars. Millions. Now, I don't know who they brought in to bag him up and stuff like that. And I wish the gentleman, whoever it may be, the best of luck. Now you start doing dumb shit like this, I guess, to get the crowd to come in. Put white women in on a fucking historical black college football team to kick field goals and kick balls. What type of dumb, idiotic shit is that? See that right there? You know what that is? That's called cooning. That's a form of cooning, and you're trying to pander to certain people. You're trying to pander to certain people. Man, look, this is football. Now, I agree with Said 100%. I do not agree to put women in with a man on a full contact sport because of how physical it can get. Because a man, I'm going to tell you this, a real man, he ain't going to give a damn if you on that field. He ain't gonna give a damn if you're a man or a woman. He trying to get his numbers up, point blank. And I just think that's some of the stupidest, dumbest. I mean, I don't get it. You can't pay Deion, which I know you could. You just chose not to. But you can put a white girl with a bad knee on top of that.
She did have
an injured white woman with a bad knee in a historic. That's why I said these historical black colleges. Nah. I just disagree with that all.
I said, don't talk about Tougaloo. We ain't got no football, so we good. We just spoke on academics.
I didn't say nothing about Tougaloo. Now, if you want me to talk about them, if they do something dumb like that, I will talk about them. I just think that was just so foolish. It was dumb, man. Now these women, and then and then these women, y'all talking about how you crying about.
But wait a minute, you said excuse me, said. Wait a minute, what you ain't say excuse me, Lady L.
Can I get this off?
It's Lady L. You didn't say excuse me, Lady L.
Can I get it off, Lady L? Can I get it off? Thank you. and then these ladies out here, you crying about playing physical sports or non-physical sports with a transgender that you know is a born male, but yet you want to put a female on a football field. You can't have it both ways. You just can't have it both ways. No, go ahead, Lady L. You want to get off that bag? Go on, get off.
No, you did good. That was about 5 seconds. Go ahead.
But go ahead, Ted.
Oh, because I think you should classify it, like, especially with those, I don't know if they transition or not, like that male swimmer, he dominated the female swimming category. I think if you're going to do that, and I don't know how many transgenders there are, but they should have their own Olympics. I mean, that's they had a disadvantage. That's just bottom line. They had a disadvantage. But if you're talking about we're talking about historical black colleges, you got levels to it. So you got a historical black college, but you're gonna get some talent, but you're not gonna get the talent that you would get at a what they call the Power 5 school, the big colleges, the big D1 college, like Mississippi State and all them. Those are power schools, man, and that competition level is just greater.
Yeah, and you know what else said? They get a lot. The people who went to school there, they drop money in there like it's crazy.
So
crazy.
You turn around, and one thing I did like about Deion when he was there, he wouldn't let Jackson State play a Power 5 school, even though but this coach he did, and I think they put up 70 points on them.
They did?
Yeah,
Wow.
they played a school in they played Texas. Matter of fact, they played Texas, and Texas put up 70 points on them, man. You don't play, you ain't doing nothing but getting them kids, they got better facilities. Coaching, you can know that's debatable. You can have some good coaches in anywhere. Coaching is debatable, but we just talking about the numbers that they have, the facility they have, the training that they have, the training staff, all that. Man, they more superior than what Jackson State have. You got to look at some of them colleges and they workout rooms and stuff like that. They spend millions of dollars on that.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars on it. Then you're gonna take them kids up there to play against them guys that are, they're just ready and they just get dominated. To me, that's bad. That's just bad business. So when Deion didn't do that, he didn't allow Jackson State to play against the Power 5 schools.
Don't supposed to. You don't supposed to knock your hope out of your kids, because that's the only thing they're gonna do is knock the hope out of them. Have them kids somewhere looking crazy and all kind of stuff like that. And hell,
Just
they
to
don't
say you
think
play.
yeah, just to say you played them and get dominated. But that comes back to what my statement about Jackson State. They can do some dumb shit, bro. They really can.
But speaking of what you said, I know that Deion had a 3-year contract. I don't think he was going to stay past 3 years anyway, no matter what they gave him.
I don't think it was either. I don't, and it's all about advancing. If Colorado is so-called advanced, I know money-wise he advanced, and I don't blame him for that right there. Cause I got a family to feed. Y'all weren't interested about paying me, so yeah, I'm gonna do what I got to do.
And at the end of his son do well at quarterback, he know he can make it into the league.
Yeah, I think he's looking pretty decent.
He's pretty decent.
He got 2 sons. So the thing that bothered me is he leave the other one out. He don't say anything about the other one really when it comes to football. Shiloh. Shiloh.
The other one played in South Carolina. He played the Gamecocks.
Mm-hmm.
He that position he plays. I mean, the quarterback, the most important. So you're gonna hear more about Shedeur. Shiloh, that's one of the positions you got to really, really stand out to be. You damn near got to be Deion to be standing out like that. And Shiloh, he decent. He ain't. If he got drafted, I'd be surprised. I'm gonna say it like that. Just because of me watching years of football.
He'll probably get drafted because of a daddy. I look at it like that.
Yeah, that could be one of them 7th round draft picks.
All right. Anybody got anything else on that? Lady L said.
Nah, I ain't.
OG Calvin. Triple OG Calvin. Nah, I ain't got none on the Holmes. But anyway, we're gonna get into
I forgot. I was going to ask something. I sure forgot it now. But go ahead, man. You threw me for a loop.
Oh, man, I hate that. But anyway, I got my topic today is, and I'm glad you on here, Lady L, because
that wasn't the damn topic. This shit, I'm getting off in 5 minutes. We've been on this motherfucker goddamn 39 minutes and 14 damn seconds. And you talking about I got my topic, OG, and all this money logging and extra dragging shit out. And now you got a damn topic. Nigga, we've been on the fucking topic from the beginning. God damn, what we gonna be on here?
Anyway, as I was saying.
You have to mute Lady L.
Yeah, I had to mute because Lady L be on something serious, man. Anyway, I'm trying to take her off mute. She must be hidden. Can't mute guests because they closed the mute themselves. Okay, she muted herself. Anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna jump on this topic. It says him or her. The him or her, we're talking about parenting. Who is the problem? And better yet, not who's the problem. Who give the best advice to the children in our eyes, in your eyes, as in on life, relationships, school, anything. Who gives the best advice, and what parent? God dog it! What parent? I knew I was going to do that. What parent is hurting the child the most? We'll start with you, LC. What you got?
No, the fuck you won't. With that fully triple negative fucking goddamn thought provoking goddamn question, waiting for a goddamn shootout. Hell no. That kind of. I'm sitting back on this one. I'm about to put myself on damn mute and listen.
No. We need a woman's point of view from that. Can we get a woman's point of view from that, please?
I'll let y'all talk first. I'll go last.
No. Ladies first. Which one is it now? One minute you want ladies first, and the next minute you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
I hope you got some more water, said. I really do.
Oh, I do. I'm ready.
No, go ahead, said. I'm gonna sit back.
I say from. I think to me, if you're together, if you are together, if you're parenting, the same household and all that. Just married, whatever, as long as y'all together, y'all raise them together. I think that the woman have, I think it goes by age range. I think probably up to maybe 3rd grade or maybe even 5th grade, I would say that a woman is probably the more nurturing and more, probably giving them more advice. But once it comes to a little boy, if it's a little boy, shit, I don't know. I got to say the daddy got to be damn near all the way up. I'm
gonna put it like this, Sid, and I hate to interrupt you like this, brother, but I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you. And maybe you didn't understand.
Wait a minute, Mr. Moore. Wait a minute. Say it. I'm like you.
I asked is basically who's giving these kids the more messed up advice. And we're gonna start with relationship wise. We're gonna look at relationship wise, whether it be a little boy or a little girl.
Well, we talking about when they start to have, when they start to where they want to be in a relationship with somebody who would give the kid the advice when you start letting them date. Is what you're saying?
It don't even matter. Raising them and up into it, because that's like you and your lady had got 2 boys, right? But y'all not together. We say y'all not together, but y'all are trying to co-parent together. And your one of your boys come to you and ask you, "Hey, pops, blah to this, and I need some advice about this girl. She doing this." Now I went to moms. Moms was saying something totally different from what you were saying, and and I ain't gonna say she will, and what she told him is kind of messed up, because now, as you've been asking, what are you getting out of relationship, son? If you do that, what do you get out of it? Are you getting anything out of it?
Okay, Mr. Moore, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have a suggestion, because the question you laid out, you had 3 of them. So right now, what you're doing is you give the scenario. I would like to suggest that you keep the scenarios going, answer this one, and then ask the next question of a scenario, and then we could say who may be the person that offer the best advice in regards to this scenario. But this one, I mean, in my opinion, like said, I mean, when you're dealing with a young boy, it's gonna be something in regards to that situation. His father would probably be the best person. Now, if he want to know, well, mama, what you think she thinking, then his mom could give him advice from a girl standpoint from that side. So it could really, she could have a place in that place, you know what I'm saying, give him some advice. But other than that, I mean, it would probably be dad to get, would be the better person to get advice from?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this, and the reason why I'm asking this question is because the proof is in the pudding. Look at some of the horrible. Hold on. The reason. Look at these women out here right now. These little girls out here right now. Look at the horrible decisions they making right now. And who are they raised by? Who advice they getting this advice from? Women.
Maxim, you hate fucking black women. I'm gonna get you a motherfucking shirt. I hate black women. Y'all are just relation.
No.
Well, let me say
has nothing to do.
Y'all get bad goddamn
has nothing to do with
y'all leave y'all.
It has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Because what she's saying, I hate black women. I don't hate black women at all. I love black women. What I'm trying to say is, the proof, I kicked you out because you were trying to interrupt the host. You can't interrupt the host. I told you that. You got, anytime I put you on mute, that means slow down. Let the host finish saying what he got to say. And then we're gonna go around the panel and try to get this some quorum about itself, decorum about itself. Excuse me. But anyway, as I was saying, look at how these little girls right now, the bad decisions they making. They're not getting most of them women are not getting it from their fathers.
So now my next question to you is:
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Because I'm full of motherfuckers.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
For your motherfucking ass after that, go ahead.
All right, thank you. And most of these women are getting their advice, or they seeing this, doing what their moms or a woman is doing. So that's why I asked you. This is about the parenting. Now, if you're doing most of them don't want to hear what a real man got to say. A real man just be hard. We'll say what the Godfather was telling everybody. You were fat, you were fat. They didn't want to hear that shit. I ain't fat. That's body shaming. No, that's not body shaming. But you can look at a black man and call him a lame, little dick, or what else, and anything else. They hate to hear the fucking truth. And the truth was that you're getting a lot of this shit from these women.
So okay. I think that's the case, Mr. Moore.
Your mic is kind of moving. You're moving away from your phone or something.
I say that's the case, Mr. Moore. Okay, say that's your case. So now I got a question for you. What are black women doing well with raising their children? I want to hear you say 5. Fuck that. Give me 2 positive things that black women do great. Okay, I want to hear that, Mr. Moore. I want to hear that. I'll wait. I fucking wait.
What are 2 positive things?
I don't need you to repeat the question to have time to drag it
along. First of all, I got to get my co-host assessment on what I said, and then I'll answer your question. Go ahead, Sid.
I see where you're going with this now, but the greatest influence right now, I think, it's going to be social media, and it's going to be definitely music. And I don't know who this new chick is. I can't even think her name now. But she just... Cardi B was already raw.
It's either gonna be Sukahana or Ugly Red. I'm gonna call her Ugly Red.
Yeah, the red chick.
Can you get LB on the line, please?
The red chick. I have never. It done got to a point. Cardi B was already just rough, but this chick is straight raw. She talking about she raw dogging guys and this that. This is the influence and thing that they're aspiring to, and like I said, social media is gonna blow up a lot of it. So they claim to, like I said, a couple of shows back when I was coming up, blowjob and getting head, that was secretive amongst, even though girls did it.
Oh hell no, because I got some other.
Wait a minute, calm
goddamn lyrics. Niggas always talking about
calm
fucking
down.
They dick suck how many goddamn people they got there.
Cook.
Wait a minute. When I was coming up in high school, when I was coming up in high school, girls was doing that, but they were always, it was undercover thing. You flip it up to now, these girls at the young age are calling themselves throat goats. There was a private, intimate thing back in the 80s and early 90s-ish. There was more private and intimate amongst whoever was doing it. Nobody was advertising it. This is what I'm talking about, the influence of how music and social media is today. Now you got this chick, Red, whatever her name is, talking about Raw Dog and this, that, the other. Look at the influence that you have on these girls that are listening to you now. They want to aspire to do the same thing that you rap about. And that girl might not even be doing none of that. She just making it out of a lyric and she doing, trying to be as nasty as anything.
But say, is that not the same thing with the young black men? That's one thing. I don't like the separation that comes on this platform. That's for all our fucking children. Why you think our young black boys walking around talking about kill a nigga, shoot them up, get them dead, fuck that bitch, flip her ass, bit it down, put that dick in her motherfucking throat, go out her motherfucking ears, clear out her motherfucking goddamn wax, all this motherfucking shit. I tossed that ass. I passed it to my motherfucking boy. I shot down the door, kicking out the motherfucking dope list. All this motherfucking shit. Then you got niggas riding around. That's what the fuck they aspire to do. It's the same dumb shit.
Okay, we can speak on that too.
That's the same shit.
Now,
so who's responsible?
You giving ammunition to Calvin when you say that, because if you look at the
him, I'm ready for him.
Because if you look at who raised the young boy, this is a test of what he
no,
said.
but these same
they're raised by their mothers.
They were raised by their mothers.
Say it. You ready for this? I know people, quite a few people who are raised in two parent households, but the motherfucker ain't present, so it don't even matter. Hold on, wait a minute, say it. Let me stay there.
Okay, go ahead.
You got parents who like you, who may be decent people, decent living, but they so caught up in social media and shit, and they listen to that same trash ass shit that women putting out in me. All that shit is garbage. If I had kids in my house, you ain't listening to that bullshit. You ain't riding around listening to that bullshit. I'm sorry. So it's any parent. I don't give a fuck who you is. If our daughter is going around listening and not saying that shit, you have allowed that to take place in your house. Father or motherfucking mother. Oh, please calm your motherfucking nerves, Mr. Moore. So to me, the thing should be is we need to get back to raising our children. We need to get back to the old, together.
Right.
This separation shit Mr. Moore got going on, that ain't it. The black woman, this and that, scissor red, sexy red. The one why the daughter around here. Now say talking about she a throat goat. She going around slithering dicks down her throat like a python and shit. All this shit. This and everything.
Okay. Control yourself. You don't got a little over anxious or whatever.
I'm about to get off.
No, don't get off, because we need your energy. We're trying to get some understanding here. See. But at the end of the day, you just said, who raised them young boys? And we're gonna say a majority of them probably came from a single parent household that came from a woman.
So what's the solution, Mr. Moore?
What is the solution?
Yes, what's the solution?
That's what we on this panel to
we've been on this fucking panel about 54 goddamn
First of all, with you going off the way you going off, it's not going to get this situated. It's not, let's talk.
Yeah, let me stop, because I don't want the girls to see this, and then I don't want them to go, and then they take the wrong path. I don't want to influence them that way.
You can be sarcastic all you want to, and this and that. But somebody, it may be a young lady wants to see this and say, "Oh, you see how she talking? I like how she talking to them niggas. They ain't hit no shit." But is that what? If they go back and see, they will always see. They always fight. That black lady right there, she's always fighting for black unity, for black woman and black man to be together. Unity, understanding. If they go back and they listen, they hear that. Well, you know what?
Would light that motherfucker up, Calvin.
See what I'm saying? You ain't got to have that trash garbage mouth like that. Just hey, I'm letting you get off and this and that. Now,
can you call LB?
I tried to get him on the phone, but said I want you to go ahead and finish going to what you were saying, because I got the understanding of what you were saying, because now she tried to make a
nigga, I'm throwed off now. Where I'm at now.
I'm gonna put it like this. She tried to make a thing between, I will say, men rapping about stuff and women rapping about stuff. Something she yet to understand. That same woman who's rapping about that garbage and that trash about what she can do sexually and all that stuff like that, that'll be that same woman. She's 20 now. When she get 40, who's trying to get married? What man?
Oh, I knew it was coming. Oh my God. What is the fucking thing? You need
what man in any stature that's going to want to marry something like that? What man is going to want to marry something like that? They ain't going to want to marry nothing like that. Do you agree? Do you agree with me, Cedric?
Hello.
Cedric, do you agree to what I'm saying?
You're talking about the men.
Or do you see what I'm talking about?
Wait,
hold on, Elsie. I'm going to let you get off. I'm going to let you get off. Cedric, do you agree to what I just said or disagree?
I do. I agree.
I ain't gonna say do you agree. Do you understand what I just said?
I understand what you're saying. I agree.
That same woman, and hell, it may not even be it may not even be 10 years from now. She probably want to try to get married in the next 5 years, and then be wanting to marry a millionaire and stuff like that. Somebody to take care of. Who want to take care of some?
Hold on. First, let's talk about this. We have to address this in this very moment. I kid you not. I hear you guys get on here and talk about all the time what the women are doing wrong and what man gonna want to marry them. So here's my thing. Y'all already know it's an advantage, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell you something. I know I'm a motherfucking catch. So I got a problem with the comments because it be some garbage ass niggas out here. How about y'all go hell?
Let me ask you this. I got to ask you this, LC, because you kind of putting this on yourself. You putting this on yourself. So what you saying that you look, hold on. So what you saying is you get on out in public and tell men that you a goat throat? Is that what you do?
No. Stick to the subject. You're gaslighting. You're gaslighting. You're gaslighting. You're gaslighting. You're gaslighting. But since you want to get off, go ahead and get off. You want to get off.
You put this on you, and you talking about you a catch. So what you're saying is you one of these women that walks around talking about how good your sex is, what you do in bed, how you suck a dick. How many fucking ass and all this
what I said to you
was,
let me get off.
Let me get my question off, and then you can answer. Okay.
I didn't see you put sad on mute.
Because he's not jumping in there trying to interrupt me. I'm asking you a question. I'm the host here. I asked the damn question.
Well, I'm about to show you about to be one less motherfucking participant on this bitch. So go ahead. Have it.
But like I said, what Sid just said, he said back in the 80s, early 90s, women, it was like a taboo to talk about sucking a man's dick and what you do sexually in bed. It wasn't nobody's business, cause they didn't let that shit be known. Now you got motherfuckers out there talking about how they take it in the ass, how they sucking dick, how they goat throats and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. Now you just put yourself in the midst of that. So which one are you? Are you the one back in the 80s that keep yourself in between you and whoever you have? Can I finish?
This a motherfucking run on. That ain't.
Can I finish my question? You would never answer the question right if you don't hear it.
I'm getting off this motherfucker.
And now I'm asking you, are you the one that keep your sexual life in the sheets, in the bedroom? Or do you get out in the street and do just that? tell every man how you a sucker dick, how you do all this, how you a lick a man's asshole, all this shit. Do you go out and say some bullshit like that? Or who are you?
Okay, so back to the original question that I had. I said I'm stopping at this moment and I'm gonna ask the question. What is it when y'all bring up the wife about who's gonna wife her? Instead of saying, you know what, there's a lot of beautiful women out there who this. It's almost like, you know what, if we say she's not good enough, we're not gonna marry her. But what about, like, what makes you like you can put yourself on the pedestal, but when a woman do it, then it's a fucking issue? Because y'all black men have issues and flaws just like black women, and the whole thing is ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, okay? So I think what men have said, I could come flawed, I could come fucked up, and I can have my choice of saying if I'm gonna marry you. If I married you, then I did you a favor. Bull motherfucking shit, my nigga. Bull motherfucking shit. If you need me to send you a picture of some real bullshit, I will. Because that's exactly what the fuck it is. So I want to know, where does that mindset come for you and Said? Because Said say it too. And Said that's really surprised because you speak, you know, highly about your wife or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out, where does that come from though? Because it should be. Wait a minute.
You asked the question. I'm finna tell you.
Hold up, because
I'm finna tell you. No. I don't need you to tell me nothing. You asked the question. I'm finna tell you.
You have
I'm
nieces,
finna
and you have
tell you.
granddaughters. Well, go ahead, nigga.
I'm finna tell you. This is okay. I'm finna throw a scenario out there for you.
Man, fucking scenario. Keep it real.
I'm gonna keep it real. This is gonna be as real as it is. Look, say we're gonna say you a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, right?
Man, listen, brother. First off, how about y'all both?
You a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Now, the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna say I'm NWA, you Sexy Red, and we already know how NWA. We already know how. Come on now, come on. Listen to me.
Because he had kicked me out the show. That's the last time he kicked me out the show.
Because you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You want to take. Go ahead. Go and get off the show. Take your butt on off the show. Thank you for coming on. But we're trying to get some. We're trying to get a conversation here. But as I was saying, I'm NWA. You are Sexy Red. NWA don't make millions. Ice Cube don't make millions. And we'll say Red, she don't make millions. Now, when Red get, we'll say 40, 50. Ice Cube get 40, 50. And Red want to get married. She got millions. Who do you think that with money that equals up to hers, who's going to actually want to marry something like that, knowing what her past was looking like? Now, Ice Cube can go get, I'm saying Cube because it's NWA. Now, Ice Cube can go get a woman of stature just like that because a woman is looking for that because she already knew that was his past and how he was brought up. A man is not looking for a fucking former slut who decides to want to come out and become a woman all of a sudden who don't roll a damn dick herself all the goddamn life let men blowing in other men's asses and stuff like that.
Why do y'all think it's so fucking glamorous that you can go just because you can fuck a bitch that you think you fucking winning? Who the fuck you think want you to carry around your motherfucking most likely STD carrying motherfucking ass? Been sticking in up and this and that, thinking you the man. You ain't did shit, but motherfucker, put yourself in predicament to put other motherfuckers. Fuck that shit. That shit is crazy and stupid. That shit's stupid.
Who do you think would get married first?
Well, you know what, Cal? That make a clue why I ain't, because of that shit. That's stupid. Any nigga coming around like
who do you think would get married first?
I don't give a fuck.
Who do you think would be wanting somebody to marry them? Will it be Ice Cube or Sexy Red?
And guess what? I love Ice Cube.
Hey, what did the Godfather say? What did the Godfather say?
I ain't got no Godfather.
You know, once you start throwing that truth at them, they can't take it. Then it becomes insults and shaming. Shaming and insults. You said, "Hey, I get it.
Listen to what you're saying, Cav. Look, you know what? I like I told a homegirl a long time ago. When you own whatever the fuck you did, because I'm gonna tell you something, everybody got a past partner. So I don't care if I would have slept with 75 motherfucking niggas. It don't matter, nigga. It was before fucking you. So it don't matter. You can't shame me. Them niggas can't shame me. You
Ain't
can't
nobody shaming you.
No.
It just once you get down to it, that when you looking for you're not gonna get a predominant man, a man of stature, a true man of stature. It's not gonna want a woman like that.
And why the fuck you think you want the nigga? Get in the mirror and look at yourself, nigga. If you done ran through bitches, ran trains, and been here and there, who the fuck you think really want you? And truth be told, when they want you, truthfully, they at their worst, they probably desperate. Or just doing something if you really want to do. Have a fucking show about that nigga. And I get some motherfucking bitches on this motherfucker. Get your ass to motherfucking really think.
Hey, get him on here. Get him on here. Get him on here, and we can have that discussion.
You ain't gonna put him on mute though, nigga. You ain't gonna put him on mute. I don't give a fuck what.
No, but if they I'm gonna put it like this: if they doing what you're doing, you know, if they doing what you're doing, showing out,
you know
won't let the host this show. Yes, they going on mute.
We can go meet in the motherfucking street. We can meet on we can meet in motherfucking Zoom, nigga. I can do a motherfucking Zoom meeting.
See what I'm saying? You getting hostile for absolutely no reason. Satchel, give me your take on this, brother.
Well, let me say this, Lady L. When I got on this platform, or when we start doing the platform, if you go back even to a few of them, I always say, I'm not no high value guy. I don't make that type of money.
Hold on, but I gotta say.
Hold on, let's see what I'm saying. You won't let him cook. You won't let him cook. No, he was in the midst of talking. Let him finish saying what he's saying. We ain't interrupting you. We're gonna let you get off soon as he finish. Go ahead.
It is the individual.
So what I was saying was, I said, okay, what I'm gonna do, I said the guy that's the average earning guy, 45 to 50,000 a year. These are guys that just working hard. These are guys working hard. You can go to you're gonna find a whole bunch of platforms on social media about a whole bunch of shows just dogging guys. Period. We don't want to dog guys, so it ain't about just it's a scenario. When I say like a couple of shows ago.
Hold on, wait a minute, back up. Hold on.
Hold on, let it finish.
Hold on, but say it getting off topic, and you ain't telling him that.
No, I'm telling you about.
Said is giving a story. He was giving his opinion, and then he started giving a story. Let me do it. You gonna tell me I'm monologuing, nigga? You can do the same thing, or I can do motherfucking 30
we gonna let you get off. Can we get this? You're making the show even longer. Go ahead, say it. We're gonna let you get off next.
And when I said to me, I'm not monologue. I'm telling you that the premise of what the show was about. If you take women, this is just about to advising women about the things that you passing up good stuff to go to a guy that think, we know it's a bunch of bum ass niggas out here. We know that. We're trying to tell you to avoid them so you can.
You don't never say that. You don't never say that. That's the first time I heard you say that, Fred. Y'all don't get on here. If you go back and look at the show, I bet you 100. I bet you 100.
You got to go back to the show.
It's more about the black woman. It's more about holding a black woman and saying something negative about her than you ever say anything about a black man. That's the first time I heard you say what you just said.
Well, you got to go back to some shows. I promise you.
Facts.
We have shows on here.
Hold on, y'all. What's going on with you? Hold on. What's going on with you, youngster? What you got going on, youngin? We're trying to get some understanding, a little straightening here. If you got anything you got to say, please put it in the chat, youngster. But go ahead, Lady L. Go ahead and get off, because you was kind of being rude and disrespectful while Said was talking, but go ahead. Because you want to get off. Now it's your time to go and get off. Go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to want to get me off. How about that?
Well,
and you know what?
Okay. Now, you ain't never heard me say this. You ain't never heard me say.
No, I'm gonna go back and listen to the show. It's cool.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, but listen, I'm gonna break it down. It's a show, and I said if you look at the women that you got, I know you heard me say this before. 3 guys in Memphis are responsible for 80 kids. So they got a
I
whole
remember
bunch
that.
of baby
I
mamas,
remember
a
that
whole
show.
bunch of kids. We got a whole bunch of baby. I said
He ain't asked you.
these women have selected some sorry dudes. This is what we're saying. If you have, and we talking about the numbers now, if black women got twice as many kids as black men, that's telling you something. You got a lot of black men out here that ain't got no kids, and you got some black men out here got 18.
Let me ask you something.
And these women are selecting these type of guys.
Let me ask you something.
Them type of guys.
Let me ask you a question, Quincy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about a young lady. Okay, I'm gonna be quick to the point. Young woman, met her a few years, several years ago, but I remember it was a program helping them. Blase, 7 kids. 7
How
kids.
old was she?
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not talking to you, Mr. Moore. 7 kids.
Just
One daddy. One daddy.
Okay.
One daddy.
All
Now,
right.
he got locked up or whatever. But anytime you seen him, she was doing what she could. If she didn't look good, but she always made sure she was neat. It looked like I was almost like half girls and boys. They were neat. She had them, it didn't have to be spread. Their hair was combed. They were whatever. They were real respectable and everything else. Now, just because she got 7, whatever, she was with this dude. Maybe she thought they was going to be together. So does that make her not of value? Actually, she was a damn good mom. She was a damn good mom.
That ain't nothing good, but according to your story, what you saying, she still selected the dude while he in jail. Why would she
No.
He
went to jail. He went to jail. Remember, they had, I don't know what ended up happening in life. I don't know. That could have been something that he did at the end. I really don't know. They had 7 kids. So it couldn't have been, and they look there and they're like stair steppers, as I can recall. So it's not always there. And then just because somebody went to jail, to be honest with you, said sometimes people go to jail for defending their family, and just because you're in jail don't mean you're a bad cat. You may have, it's a lot of people in jail who got morals and they just had to do what they had to do, whatever it is. If they were selling dope, it is what it, maybe that's what they had to do to get that money to take care of their family. It's a bigger story too. So it's
that excuse to sell dope though. But
no, it ain't excuse.
I got what you're saying.
I'm just saying if that's they hustle, and as we know, that was many people hustle back in the day. My uncles did it, so it is what it is. They did what they did at the time, and it doesn't mean they a bad person. You understand what I'm saying? They made a bad choice, but it don't mean they're a bad person. It don't mean that they're not worthy of being somebody.
Okay. Even on their premise. Okay, I'm gonna go back to when I was in high school, and you have girls that was juniors and seniors, developed girls at that age. These guys, 25, 26 drug dealers, come and picking them up from school now, which that's statutory rape off the rip. But at the same time, maybe you could say young, but okay, maybe. But that's a bad selection of men to have because they would get pregnant by these guys, and then these guys are doing jail time. But you had a guy there, a junior and a senior that was there. You could probably get with a woman like that. But she made bad decisions.
Now, Lady L, I'm finna give you a story. Since you want to give up a story.
Now, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Mr. Moore. I'm not. I'm just not talking.
Listen, I'm gonna. Now, I love my mama, and I love my mama to the fullest, doing the thing for her. But the thing I can tell you about my mom was, now, when she met my dad, she had 3 kids already. Okay. She had 3 kids already.
Okay.
Now, my dad was not finna marry my mom. I don't know. He wasn't finna marry her. He could have. But he would have been a fool to marry her with 3 kids, and then you got one with his damn fingers so sticky. You couldn't even spray fucking WD-40 to get the glue off his fingers. Now, what man in his right mind would marry a woman with 3 kids and one with sticky fingers? Yeah, you end up getting her pregnant, had, I think, how many kids? 4 other kids or whatever. But, looking at how stuff is now, I wouldn't look for my daddy to marry my mom either, to be honest. I wouldn't look for it. Thinking about how the days are, now, I wouldn't look for my dad to marry my mom. Hell no. I ain't finna marry you. You got 4 kids already. I mean,
but that says
my mom value dropped. You know, her value they dropped. So they were by the same guy, but
why did her value drop, Calvin?
Because she had 3 kids. Ain't no man.
So you're not gonna be well. Hold on, let's be clear. So you're not gonna be
worn out.
You're not believing being with any woman who already got kids. Is that correct?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying what I'm trying to say is a majority of men, their father is gonna tell them if they got a dad in their life or another man in their life that's gonna tell them if she got kids, bro. I'm gonna tell you, don't marry that because that's gonna be more. That's gonna be more financially on that man right there. Because once you start marrying a woman with kids like that, the financial burden becomes on you. So that's gonna be
guess what? Guess what? That ain't a problem no more for most of these cats around here. Go since you want to look at social media, go look at that shit. Most of these niggas trying to go. Want the chick to do this and this and that. Most of these niggas ain't trying to have conversations like they're talking about some taking care of motherfuckers.
And that goes back to the woman.
Hold on.
She's making it go right back to what said.
Let me finish. Let me
3
finish.
guys responsible for what you say. 80
Mason.
I mean, 80 babies out there.
Let me ask you this. If you I have
3 men that's responsible for over 80 babies. It got 3 men that's responsible for over 80 babies. That means that the women are making real bad decisions sexually in their lives.
Most likely making bad decisions with motherfuckers who, like y'all once upon a time running up in them. So how about that? So what that say about you?
Now I have Steve Berry just text me and said, you know, there will sometimes be conflict between the stepdad and the the stepdad and the dad. Yeah, that's true. There's conflict between the stepdad and the dad. Let me see what you want youngster talking about. Let me see what my man youngster talking about. Well, what I'm hearing is so far it looks like you can't trust anybody, but you got some women a chain. Awesome. Okay, all right. What do you mean by that, youngster? Tell me what you mean by that.
He's saying you got trust issues.
Hey, bad. Bad. But scorned. Somebody fucking put a torch to that bitch. I ain't lying.
What the hell ever, man? This ain't got nothing to do with trust issues.
Oh, shit.
It has nothing to do with trust issues.
When you find yourself talking about a certain thing all the time and it's the focus, there's something there to it. There's something to it. It's something to it.
It's what's messing up the nuclear family too, right? Don't you think that's messing up the nuclear family? Do you not look?
LB for president. LB for president. LB for president. LB for president.
Because his son always said his dad can do and ain't doing jack. Okay. What does Steve say here? Okay. Because his son always saying what his dad can do and ain't doing shit. You ain't lying about that, Steve, because the dad gonna always get to talking about what he can do and all that, and it's gonna be the stepdad doing all the goddamn work and all that bullshit like that. But you know,
so why
you worrying about? So why you worrying about the wrong thing? You worrying about me talking about this stuff right here. This right here is messing up the nuclear family.
Okay, so again, Mr. Said, are you considered the co-host? Said,
yeah.
Okay. So Said, this is what I would like. Maybe we could come up with this together. The next show will like a positive show about uniting Black women and Black men. All positivity, no negative shit. If it's a bad thing you gotta address, no disrespect. You come back and figure out how do we get to a solution and understanding. That's
what have I said negative?
So, Said, what could be the topic of that show, Mr.
What have I said negative?
Said the Springer, please.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now. The thing that came about this show is because we heard so many women now we just talking about places where we work saying that they don't need a man. I don't know how you get.
Hold on, LC. You asked the question, let him answer. Go ahead, Sid.
Think about where the fuck you work at, though. And think about the reputation of what they say go on at that place. And the mindset. Let me tell you something, Sid.
Hold on, LC, for 1 minute. Hold on, LC.
I'm talking
LC. Hold on. I need y'all to wipe y'all feet as y'all come on in now. Wipe your feet, hit the like button.
I'm waiting on him. I'm ready.
Don't come in here moonlighting. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up in the broadcast moonlighting.
Yes, this motherfucker been 2 hours for no reason.
Hit the like button and let's get the algorithms up. All right?
Okay. All right,
go ahead.
Like I said, think about where you work at. Think about the reputation. What I know I have heard. I have not personally been there, but people who there and they claim, men and women who say the things that go on there. I wouldn't fuck with nobody in that motherfucker. The way they say everything move around. And number one, you got to think always, man or woman, you got to think about who you fucking dealing with. If they garbage, they garbage. If they mind is not in the right place, they immature and they trash and they just for the fucking streets, man or woman, I don't give a fuck. That's what you are. Don't fuck with them. And it's simple as that. So you can't listen to women like that. You got to see how that woman, whoever these women are telling you this. My question to you is, what type of women were these?
Wait a minute.
I mean,
but this is how it expanded outside of where we worked at. It started there. Now this is my logic. When I started really paying attention to it, then I started listening to stuff outside of there. It wasn't just in the work environment. It's just that when women was making a certain amount of money, that was saying these things. It was just anywhere. If me and my woman worked at McDonald's and I made $18 an hour, she made $18 an hour, she would look at me as that ain't good enough. But we both doing the same thing.
Say it. So again, if you have a woman who do that, and I say this to you, any DC money youngin, you have to look at all women are not like that. This is coming from a black woman. And the sad part is when you find black men, and this is coming from experience, and when you're not like that, they have a hard time believing it for whatever reason, because they've been burnt or whatever else. But the chicks I surround myself around, they not like that. The women I was raised with, the black men, you always hear me say how I respect my grandfather, my uncle, them, my brother, them. I love the men who raised me. Anybody from my hometown tell you she was a granddaddy's no baby and she loved to be around her uncles more than anything. So I'm not that woman. I didn't come up around there. I seen different. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's not like that. But I understand everybody have their own experiences and everybody have had their hurt. But you cannot make a person pay for the debt of another motherfucker. You just can't.
I'm finna read off something. Let me read off something.
Shit, I'm clear motherfucking debt.
Steve Berry not get on the goddamn. Steve Berry come back and said, ain't giving the man who taking care of him no credit and the dad barely in his life. I feel you on that shit right there. Then you got what else was Steve got? He came back and said, let me see, great choice. Don't date the person who you work with. That's a good damn advice. Call some people always messy. Yeah. I don't know what he meant by all that, but I understood the not dating the same person you work with, somebody that you work with. I understand that to the fullest. And then you ain't giving the stepdad no goddamn credit at all, but the dad and you doing everything, and the dad, you giving him all the goddamn credit in the world. That ain't shit. That ain't nothing. But and furthermore, I know my question did get answered about the that what have I said negative? I ain't saying nothing negative about a woman. All I'm saying is where you messing up at, and there's men messing up too now. You got a lot of black men messing up.
Now you sound like a motherfucking politician. Went to stuttering and rubbing your fucking head when you get to talking about a black.
But when men mess up, it's because the women are sitting there letting them do what they do. Why in God's name would a woman go sleep with a man that she knows that this man has 10 kids already that he's not taking care of? And it's a big possibility if you lay down with that gentleman that you're going to end up pregnant because y'all have to sex. I don't get it.
Let me try to find Mr. Say when I get ready to do a show, say I'm going to invite you.
They blame us because
And I'm not gonna
her
put you in
choices that she made are wanting to lay down with somebody unprotected that has 18 kids already.
Say what time works best for you? You
Hey,
will. I will. Okay. I tried to see how I could send you like an email
let
a
me
minute
see if
ago.
I got your email, Steve, and I'm gonna send you this link.
And I was trying to say, but I definitely want you on a platform. It's going to be a positive platform. I think it's going to be a change and hopefully a healthy conversation. I'm going to set up. It's going to be some real grown folk shit going on. So I'm going to set that up real soon. Like I'm over here itching. I can't wait because I need for Black men in general. Our Black men understand you have Black women who love you, but the Black women who love you, you don't love us. So it goes deeper. Let's have a conversation. And sometimes when you say I need you, there are women who say I don't know. There are women who say I don't need you.
Check your email, Steve,
and I have learned the clarity of as to how that comes off to me. But I have also shared with a friend girl of mine why she shouldn't say that. And at the time she was mad at her guy and frustrated. So she just like, I don't need you. She said it out of frustration. She didn't literally mean it. But that's why people out to my words don't carry weight. Yes, they do. That's why we're having that conversation right now. So I told her, gave her some
that right there is for you. Look at your what's the name? Go ahead, LC.
Hey, tell Anthony go now. Don't play like that.
No, he said, and I give you credit for raising my boy. Oh my shit. He said my boys. Oh, that's fucked up. I didn't read that shit. Yeah. Oh man, let's go on it right there, boy.
Anthony Gordon, that's my guy.
Oh man,
he good.
I just read for that. Oh, that's messed up right there. But so anyway,
you would probably do stuff. Say it is. I'm thinking about it. It's probably going to be like a Zoom or something like that. It probably when we're broadcasting, you can see us because we wanted to be live and you can actually hear us talking and have a real conversation. So I don't know.
But the question on that right there is: are you going to be interrupting people doing what you're doing on this podcast?
Oh no, that's just the issue I have with you. Outside of that, I think it would be fine. It'll be for president.
Right, like I said, I got someone else that's coming in. This is Steve Berry have just entered the broadcast. How are you doing there, Steve? And tell me your take on the conversation tonight.
Hey, Steve, good to see you, kid.
What's going on, Fred? What's going on?
Hey, Cowboy Nation, baby. Cowboy Nation.
The one and only.
Garbage Nation.
Oh, Lord. But look, I like how that young woman is talking, but you got some strong-minded Black men out here, and some of these sisters scared of a strong-minded Black man.
Hold on, wait a minute, Steve. Let me tell Anthony something. Anthony, I feel like you've been hurt, but I will invite you to the show too. But this Black woman do love you, okay? My sisters are right. We do love you, okay? We love our Black men. We don't want to date outside the race. We don't want to do all of that. I feel like y'all have run into some Black sisters who have been trifed. Just I'm gonna call it what it is. They've been trifed. Y'all got to move around.
I guess the question is,
go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry.
I guess the question
I'm gonna let Steve talk. We need to let Mr. Steve talk. It's important.
Well, I'm real now. But some women are scared of strong-minded Black men, and some men are scared, are afraid of a strong-minded woman. But you have some men now that go to a strong-minded Black woman, and some men the ones who try to dog you out. Yeah. See, you thought, let me tell you something. I give you 99% of my heart, but 1% of me keep for myself because I never know what I'm going to run into later on, right?
Right.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong.
I'm listening. I mean, I'm listening. You can't give. You're gonna give. Go ahead. I can agree with you. Go ahead.
Some men, and then like you talking about what goes on in Nissan. Like I tell anybody, it's not good to date with a person at work. Sometimes it is, but then you got that woman. If you got a woman who love you for you and not letting he say, she say, they say. That'll be a lot better. You keep people out your business. That's just like I tell anybody. When you invite folks to your house, you'll never know what they're gonna bring, what kind of spirit or person they're gonna
you got right there.
That's right. Because I've been around, I grew up blind. My grandma was 97 when she left here. And you know what a lot of women out there, and a lot of men tell me, always be that open in a woman's life, and that woman be that oak in your life. Because one thing about it, you're gonna withstand the storm. Y'all gonna withstand the storm together. It take 100 to make it this day and time. Some men cook.
Come on now, Steve. Come on, Steve. Wait a minute, Steve for president. Steve for president.
No, baby, I'm just a black, strong-minded man. But I'm gonna let you know something. You know, some men cook, clean, washing hands just like a woman, right or wrong. It could be the woman doing that. I ain't gonna never downside what a woman can do because I was raised in the house with a mama and a daddy. Some people raised there, but you get some women out here, they don't want you to say nothing, and you get some women with children. You date them. Cam have known me for experience. You date them, they don't want you to say nothing to their children. Sometimes
that's a problem.
That's a problem. But then you can't. They always talking about what their daddy can do. Daddy this, daddy, my daddy this,
go with your daddy.
But I'm over here feeding you. You eating up, you know what I buy.
Right.
But it ain't about that. I'm trying to be somebody that feel that void in your life. But you keep throwing your daddy in my face when I tell you go live with your daddy. Why you can't go live with your daddy but you want to hang around your mama because you think you're gonna run me and your mama? There's only one king in a castle, one queen, right or wrong.
That's correct. Let me say something else to that too, Steve. Just my opinion. Look at it. Never been married, but on the outside, just looking at it. As if I was a mother and I got married with somebody, and if we in the house together, you will have a say so. Of course, you would be able to say whatever you need to say to my child. Of course, you know, hopefully it's our child. Looking at it like that, then. But if my child decide they want to try to disrespect you and say something, I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna kill that from the door. That's never gonna take place again. But so when a woman allows that, that's a problem.
Yeah,
she don't respect you. She don't
that's
respect
right.
you if she allows that to go on.
But look, I'm gonna let you know something. This is serious bit. Cam, just like this. I brought up in the house. My dad that passed wasn't my brother and sister and my other sister's dad. But when it come down to daddy whooping them, my mama didn't say nothing. She said, okay, these children are our children. That's how she felt.
Yeah.
But this day and time, don't do this to me. Why women throw that kind of flag up?
No, I'm be honest. Those are some. When I hear about women like that, Steve, they young and they immature and they stupid. They may be in age definition, I guess, defined as a woman, but they're not. There's something wrong with them. They haven't matured themselves. There's something wrong with them, and when they got all that craziness and all that going on, I mean, they toxic too. You just move away from them type of women.
So Steve,
just move away from them type of women.
So Steve, to your point, if you saying this day and time is that the way it is, then it wouldn't be benefit to a man to marry or be with a woman that got kids.
That's right. Sometimes look, let me tell you something. I can do great. I ain't gonna do bad by myself. I'm gonna do great by myself. Mm-hmm. Any man can do that. You know, you can do great by yourself, but sometimes that woman, you know, comes along that helped me come along. You get your reel now.
Come on now.
Get your real man. And I tell any man like this, I done seen the worst and the best and the worst. But hey, one thing about me.
The question I have is, are y'all through gaslighting? Now, we finna get down to the meat and potatoes of what I asked. And my question is, this is gonna be my question for you, Steve. Through your lifetime, this is through your lifetime. I forgot how old you say you were. But where have you seen most of the parenting advice or the parenting mistakes was made from the man or the woman giving their child either the wrong advice or not giving them advice at all?
Well, sometimes you can have to fault it. Sometimes it could be both of y'all fault, but sometimes the woman can say, you know, in this day and lifetime, Cam, I feel a woman can raise a young boy to a certain point, but she can't raise him to be no man. But then when she go out there and tell him it's okay to do this. But some people don't care now in this day and time.
So in other words, you just gaslighted off my question for one. You just gaslighted off my question. My question was, where have you seen the most mistakes from? I want to hear this sometime. If the woman fucked up, don't start backpedaling and all this and be scared to say what you gonna say. Be a man. Put some goddamn earth under your damn chest and say, look, the woman messing up. Or if you honestly think, okay, me and messing up this and that, blah, this is where our mistake is coming from. Because I want to hear some good, honest opinions here. I feel like you're trying to cater to certain demographics. But go ahead.
Okay. So I feel sometimes the woman get messed up, information to a child or a person, that child. And then, if they had to get that, sometimes they had to get that father to step in, Cam.
So, I got a question, Mr. Moore. Who do you think is to blame for the children messing up the most? The mother or the father? And why? For your answer.
Okay, I'm gonna say my lifetime, for what I've seen, what I've looked at, I'm gonna say the mother, due to the fact because that woman has been getting solely into her feelings to the point to where when it's time to do what she think was going to be right for that child, she won't do it. For example, prime example, let me get this off the screen. Prime example. Say if a woman got the custody of a little boy, and the father stepped in and say, "Be like, look, I ain't trying to take your child away from you, this and that, blah, this and blah, that. Let me have custody of my son, because I already know you can't raise a man, and you ain't, there's certain things you ain't gonna be able to talk to him about or do this and that with." She'll say no because you're trying to take my son away from me and this and that. And you don't want to argue with her. And then when that child gets older, that child don't know a goddamn thing. Not being in that man world. Not being in that man world. And when he steps in that man world, he's real feminine. He don't even know how to exchange that masculine energy with another man that it was raised by a man. He don't know how to get into these conversations with another man that's a real man and stuff like that. So I would say a woman. Much as I would hate to say that because women are.
Oh, it didn't hurt you at all.
Say, give me your question. Answer Miss Ladies L question.
Steve, you was brought up with both parents.
Yes, sir.
He damn sure up until he was 50, because he stayed in the house with his mom and dad till he was 50. That man, grown ass damn man, staying in the house with his mom and daddy till he 50.
Okay, but let me straighten that out.
But he said to me, but you were raised with your dad in the household until you are 18 or whatever the case may be. But look, age you stayed there.
Yeah, I stayed there for a while, but then when I moved out, I had to move back home because my mom got sick. My mom was a diabetic; she had high blood pressure. They took one of her legs off.
You got to explain all that for Calvin, man. But
okay, don't worry about Calvin.
Something that he already know. I know anyway. I already know all this anyway.
But just like I said, some people just don't. Some people can't understand a strong. When you're strong minded, they're like Cam. Not like about that. Me and him talking all to have fun together. He got a good head on his shoulder. I wouldn't mess with those Charlie Brown little young punks, man. But like I said, you and everybody, my brother, he's smart. He's a strong-minded young man, and that's what I like about him. I talk dog with him, but sometimes we have to get down to the nitty-gritty.
So do you think by growing up in a two-parent home, your mother was more nurturing and your father was more stern?
Well, shoot, you can't say it. I couldn't tell Nana apart. If one beat you, the other one beat you.
You was bad. You was bad.
We all bad.
That's all it was. I would have ran away. I would just ran away.
But I tell you what, I say it. They never had to come down to the jailhouse getting mean. But like I tell everybody, the police ain't never knocked on damn one of these doors and asked for me. And I tell anybody that, me, my sister, them, and all of. But I had a brother that went to prison. He was locked up 26 years. He died in prison. And any man, just like I tell you, just like this. My brother wrote me a 2-page letter, and I got it today. And he told me just like this, Steve, this is no place for no man. I had that letter back from 1987, and I still got it today.
And that's an older brother?
That's my oldest brother.
I remember him too.
That was a
I got a question
but that was prior to your dad moving in.
No, my dad was already. My dad was already
always there.
Your dad raised him too?
Yeah, he raised all of them.
Oh, okay.
I got a question. this is my question right here.
Fucking up your narrative, ain't it said?
Yeah.
What you mean? Fuck, how is it messing up his narrative?
You can proceed, Mr. Moore.
How is it messing up his narrative?
Have one slip through the crack.
That's all right, Charlie Brown. Please proceed.
No, but the thing is, Lady L, you forgetting what we always saying. We're not saying it don't happen. We're saying the majority. A majority is 50 plus 1. But anyway, Steve, what I was
glad you learned that.
This is what I was going to ask you, Steve. If you had one parent, only one, and if your dad wasn't in the household with you, something happened to him, he either left or he passed away or something like that, and that was at the age of, we'll say, an early age of when you was a little youngster. Do you think you would have turned out the way you turned out now without your dad? And when you think about that, I want you to ask you the same question going towards your mom too. Do you think you would have turned out the same way you turned out without your mom, knowing your dad was in the house? Do you think it would have been any changes?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Mama raised us on the old school way. In the old school way, just like whatever, when mama said was law, right? And if mama wasn't there, my older sister was there. She was just like when mama leave go to work, it was just like she was like mama. But if dad, like you said, when my mama wasn't on the scene, and my mama passed and my dad passed, oh yeah, that probably I thought been a little, the same way, because we weren't no house children. We didn't stay in the house. Some of these kids don't even go outside. You know what I'm saying? They be those lammy parents and they try to get out there. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to cut no grass. Don't
gaslight me. Stay on subject. I'm
still on subject.
He do everybody like that stuff for saying.
I'm gonna holler at you later. All
right, Tyler, I'm gonna have to break out on y'all. I gotta get in this shot. All right.
No, don't worry. I'm about to get off too, Mr. Said. Good talking to you.
Thanks for coming by, buddy. Well, only thing I was trying to ask is see were there going to be any difference in your, say, like, you already knew if this the thing, if you decided to, okay, mama, she's small, I can take over her, this and that. You already knew with your dad being in the house that enforcer was going to take care of that. You knew that.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Even though if you got out of line, what I was asking was if dad wasn't nowhere around, do you think you could have kind of like not push mama, but took her to where you would make her think about doing what she would do if daddy was in the house with you?
Yeah, she probably would have did it.
Give me a minute.
I would have. We children gonna try anything to see how far they can go.
Yeah, they
right or wrong.
Yeah.
Huh?
You right about that. You have any questions on Lady L before we get up off here?
I do not. No. I'm glad to have a fresh voice on this platform, Mr. Steve.
You're welcome, Lady L. What's your name, Lady L? Okay, all right.
It's Lady L. Thank you.
Steve, give me a closing and where the people can reach you at, brother man.
You can reach me at StephenBears75.com, at yahoo.com. You can talk to me and you can call me. 75. Yeah, StephenBears75 at yahoo.com. That's my email, man.
I hope your motherfucking ass. I'm talking about you weren't born in 75 and you damn.
No, I'm on 6'8". I'm a 6'8", baby. I'm a 6'8", baby.
How about you, Sister L? Talk to us. Give me your closing.
It was nice. I will be look forward to maybe inviting you guys over to a show I may be having, so we could get some positive vibes going between our Black men and women, and I want to get that conversation going.
Before we leave, Steve, I want to get
Did you just interrupt me?
Yes, I did, because you've been doing it all day. I want to get your opinion on something. Give me a minute. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, Mr. Steve. It was nice meeting you. We got to get on off.
All right, Lydia, take it easy.
All right.
Because this is what the beginning show was about, and I want to get your opinion on this shit here. Hold up here. All right.
There, that is Leilani Armenta. And she's going to play and she's going to kick off and maybe even do some field goals tonight for the Jackson State Tigers. Of course, she was on the Jackson State women's soccer team. And because of injuries this week during practice, she's going to get her shot tonight to be a kicker. And what an impressive young lady it's been, and a chance for her. And I'm sure she's pretty nervous at this point. But they have her out there, and SWAC football is underway. And the first kick is short. And
give me your opinion on it, brother.
Well, she ain't out there she kicking, but she ain't, she already knows she kicking. She ain't getting in the way, she ain't trying to tackle nobody or nothing like that. But sometimes a woman needs to, I ain't gonna say a woman needs to stay in a woman place, but something, football is like a masculine sport for men. But, you got women play football now, but they don't get out there and tackle like where they.
Steve, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. That's dumb.
What's that?
That's dumb.
That's what?
That's fucking dumb.
What? She out there playing, kicking?
Yeah, it's fucking nothing. See, it's so much that this pisses me off about that. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna state the obvious. Two of them straight up.
Okay.
It's a woman out there for one, and you out there with all males and shit like that. Then you sit there and cry about fucking these transgenders being into your woman's sport, in which I disagree with that myself. And now you at an HBCU black college, and it's a white woman. Why can't you have a black woman out there if you plan on doing some type of history shit? I'm telling you, Jackson State is dumb. You let millions of dollars go. That's what I said. And I know you're a Jackson State fan and all that. I ain't trying to be disrespectful to y'all, but y'all, it's dumb. You let millions of dollars go with Deion Sanders because you chose not to pay this man. And I say chose because you got the money. You just chose not to do it. That was fucking stupid. And you knew this man brought you TV time. He brought you money, endorsement. He brought you all kind of shit to your little city. And you let him go to a fucking college making millions of dollars over there where you could have brought that shit there. And only thing he asked you to do is pay him fairly. And you didn't want to do it.
But everybody want to grease their palm.
You got this bitch on the field making y'all team look weak as fuck. I didn't like it. It's stupid, bro. It's dumb. It's stupid. And it tells me if I ever had a kid that asked me about going to a historical black college, I tell him take your money and go to a predominant white college. And that's some shit you will never hear me say out loud. Because of the fucking you trying to cater to some fucking white folks. I don't do that. Hell no. Shit no, man. That's stupid, bro. And I know you're a Jackson State man. I know that. That's stupid, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is fucking stupid. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here, bro. I didn't like it. Nice to have you. But we're gonna do another show next week sometime. It's either gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
And we're gonna get to talking about some stuff, and we're gonna finish reeling in what's the problem in the black communities, brother.
Okay.
And everybody know my thing. This is your boy, Mr. Moore, coming out of CMO TV. You know my old quote. I'll be seeing your ass when I see you. Peace.
Deuce.